our side, and thank you, Glenn, for the introduction. It's a really pleasure for us to speak here. So this is Janos, I'm Marco, and we present you today kind of new development from our side, and because since the last year, it's already 1 year ago that we meet each other the last time, so right now we just want to present you our development of this year, and we developed a simulation game for the method tech planning and tech control. Good. Short introduction who we are. We are kind of scientific network or team. We call us also Team Lean. Janos and me, and also Mr. Professor Ševen Hakšno. We are the kind of supporter of this team, and the team consists of 30 students, bachelor and master students. And the idea is just to connect each other, because most of us are totally addicted to the topic or to the idea of Lean. And what we do short cycle loops to give each other feedback. We do information exchange, and short cycle means on a daily or weekly basis. So we come together on a weekly basis and do presentation, do workshops, and also teach this young people, as you can see on the picture. And also for this teaching and for the method, which we are both specialized in, there was no kind of simulation game on the market, no free simulation game on the market, and we said, okay, let's develop one simulation game. So we set goals. So one of the goals was to combine the practical part with the theoretical part. Another goal was to say, okay, we have one simulation, but we want to practice, or we want to do different kind of construction approaches with this one simulation. So that's why we said, okay, let's scale the size a little bit up and don't make a kind of small simulation. And also we want that the participants get this feeling of tech, and what does the tech mean, and what are the effects of the tech. And for sure, the whole training day on the whole simulation should be a practical eye-opener for them. So we developed this simulation based on the 5 steps of grids. First of all, we figured out, or we found a real practical example, and this practical example is an industrial hall in Brazil, and we already presented this practical example last year on the conference in the paper tree-level model. So first of all, we found this practical example. So this is the real world. Then we made the model out of it. So we scaled it down. So the real project, we scaled it down by the factor of 250. So that means 1 meter in the simulation means 250 meters in practical. And we also scaled not only down the geometry, we also scaled down the process time. So 15 to 20 seconds in the simulation is 1 week on the construction site. And as you can see, we have different elements of the real construction, and because the idea was to make a simulation or a game, which people say, oh, it's really near to the practical example which we have shown before. How we facilitate this simulation, it's like this, that you have a client on the one side, so he is responsible for the whole process, and he's all the time asking the construction of the site manager, what's the status, how are you doing on the construction side. And on the other side, we have the site manager. He's responsible for coordinating the trades. And we have 10 different trades, and they are all building. They are responsible for different elements of the simulation. And they are all building this whole industrial hall. Then, for sure, we come to the briefing and meta debriefing phase. That means more or less we have to bring the model back to reality. So they have to understand what does it mean. What I'm doing here in the simulation, and how I can get it back to the real life. As you can see, we have 3 examples. We have different versions of the simulation, and these are only 3 versions. And in the end, this simulation on the right side came out because it took a little bit to come to the point where we say, okay, it looks really like the reality outside. And the 5th phase is the evaluation. So before and after the trainings, we do an evaluation with them. We have a questionnaire, and with 12 questions, and they have to fill it out. And in the end, more or less, we know how is the status before and how is the status afterwards.
Thank you, Marco. So then we start really with the day. How can we introduce into tech planning, tech control in one day? The major thing is that the people can feel really the effort or the benefits for them in one day. So it's often the problem to break into their head and into their hearts to get there. And it's important. The feeling for the people, they really know it, but even if they do not never feel it on the side, they will never get a really touch to it. So the feeling and also the mind is really important to get together. So therefore, we try to bring into a hybrid system. That means we do not separate the theory and the practical work. We integrate them together. So the first step is the introduction and the briefing. That means we show them how to build that, to make them familiar with all the traits with the different work they have to do. The second step is round simulation 1. That means they can do what they want. They have a star communication system. So in the middle, there is the construction manager. He gives the best advice to everyone. And afterwards, they discuss, but afterwards, not during the game. So that's all in the start as we know it normally in the communication. So this simulation is very rough. 15 minutes, you have the normal feelings every time. At the first start, you say, yes, I can do that. And in the end, oh man, what a mess. Yeah? So then we go into theory of tech planning, tech control on lean. We try to make them understand what they feel in the first round and why it is not good, and they don't have to accept that. So in the second round, we bring in the first theories. So just rough ones, just some calculations. Not too much information. So they get a stable grid where they can flow, where they can start to communicate to each other, see directly positioning. So in this phase, it starts to increase. So now we can do that in the next 50 minutes. It's barely possible. Then back to theory, 1 hour, theory of detailed tech planning. Really with a calculation, really examples. We show them directly time they need and show them the processes, what they have to focus on. And then the third round of simulation is then the optimized and tech controlled simulation round. In the second round, we do not play there, we're really tech controlling. And then afterwards, the recap. So that's what it looked like. Normally the scale of the simulation is 1.5 meter to 1 meter. It all fits in a suitcase. That means in a normal travel bag, you can bring it all over the world. We have different versions. We play a wood version, and we also have a 3-print version as it is here on the table. So this is just one grid you can have there. You can just go there and grab it, or don't damage it, please. It's very emotional for me there. Good. What the results of the game is in the 3 rounds, what we collect out of that is the deviation noted, it's increasingly dropped. Yeah? So we do not have these much problems and traffic jam on the construction side. We have not so much accidents on the construction side. We have the level on completion, you see that. We have now in the 3rd round always 100%. We have a record there, it's barely under 8 minutes. So you can do that, you can even third the time, yeah, just to make it happen by flow and using tech planning. Then the fulfillment of the client's value is also a part of the game. That's very important for us, because this perspective we want to integrate as well. And there as well, we had these normally from the client 100% there. Thank you. What we have as the results is we have now over 100 games played over the world on 5 different continents, over 1,000 members and participants, over client organizations, over construction managers, over construction companies, over subcontractors, everyone in this, even students in different universities, we played with them. So of these, our questionnaire was about 100 participants and in 15 different trainings. So the absolutely learning results were that 100% rated that as a perfect balance between theory and practice. That was really important for them, and it was for us even very surprising that really 100% tell us this was a training what they really can focus on, because there was a balance between each other. And the second one, thank you, was the learning results. Yeah, that means that really that they get the 98% for tech planning, tech control. So just short. The students made a video with us.
These are the different development steps.
So we tried the processes there.